So, it's a valid question, how do you stop people like Richard Spencer and Nigel Farage? Well, the plain and simple answer at the end of the day is quite simple. You don't go after them, you go after their supporters, and you go after them with logic and sound reasoning. Don't call them racists, don't don't immediately jump on them, talk to them and engage them in rational debate. Use the power of your ideas, because a lot of these, what their supporters spout, can very easily be defeated. The problem is a lot of people, instead of going after the UKIP supporters or or Richard Spencer's supporters, instead they go after the people at the top. And if you watch any debate involving these two guys, any debate at all, any time where they get called a racist, even out on the street or whatever interview, what happens? Nigel Farage gets a massive smile on his face. He loves being called a racist. He loves it because it shows it to him and his worldview, and what he's been telling his supporters is, I'm right, and the only reason they can, stop me is, is being called, I'm being called a racist. That just shows, what I'm telling you is I'm right. And they feed off it. And Jordan Owen put it quite rightly. They are psychic vampires. And the way you stop them is don't go after them. You go after their supporters. Milo Yiannopoulos, at the end of the day, is not as big a threat as, like Farage and Spencer are, who are genuinely trying to propagate bad ideas. So, my suggestion to you, if you are walking down the street and you happen to see Farage or Spencer, ignore them. Don't say a word. Don't say anything. Ignore them. Don't go after them on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Just don't engage them directly. Now, you can address their arguments, certainly, but never ever directly engage with them, because a lot of the time that is what they want, and they want to you to call them racist. They want you to bash them, because they've set up their narratives that that's what the left does. That they don't have a comeback argument to them, when there are lots of arguments against what they are saying. But the problem is, as I've said before, is the left, and people on the left at the moment, can't really show any skills whatsoever to debate. And that is where we get, these problems. Because that at the moment seems to be where the left is. That it has lost this ability to debate, and because of that, it allows, people like Trump to come to power, or Richard Spencer to gain a really large and comfortable following, or people like Nigel Farage to convince them, we need to leave Europe. Why? It's bad. But why? It's bad, trust me. So, remember people, engage the supporters and take away their support. These people build themselves on a house of cards, and you do not start dismantling a house of cards, from the top down. You've got to start from the bottom. You've got to remove the support, and very quickly you'll find that the top comes tumbling down.